So you've delegated to a stake pool before the 25th, and now you're wondering, where are my Sundae tokens? Let me explain.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
Hey everyone, I'm Peter Buey. If this is your first time here, thumbs up, click subscribe, notification bell, and you hear more great Cardano related content from me. In this video, I'll be going through what possibly may be the claim process. Now, these details haven't fully been fleshed out yet, but in the latest update from the SundaeSwap team, they mentioned that it may be distributed through DripDropz. So it's a token distribution system that has launched on the Cardano blockchain about a month ago. And they've been releasing various tokens, everything from meme coins to project coins, all via their DripDropz system. And it's really cool. It's really interesting what they've done. Now let's just have a look at what we got here. So first off, the claim and the ISO, how many awards you got, all those questions are answered here in this particular thread. So the SundaeSwap team are going to pull up and create a dashboard so that you can actually see how many tokens you may be getting from delegating to all these stake pools. So you can check that out at iso.sundaeswap.finance. When they release that final update and have that rewards calculator dashboard in there, you'll be able to see how many tokens you may be getting every epoch from the total balance that you got in your wallet. So those details will be coming out very soon. The next thing here is that they have also been talking to the DripDropz team in regards to the token distribution system. Now, releasing tokens on Cardano is a little bit expensive because you do have to send ADA with the tokens. It's how the system works. So in regards to distributing and doing that massive airdrop, they'll need a lot of ADA to send with it for the amount of wallets that are delegated to these ISO pools. So it's a huge amount of ADA that they need to spend. Or they can use a DripDropz system and distribute the tokens that way with a claim process where you would send a little bit of ADA in to pay for the transaction, and then it all comes back to you afterwards. So there's no cost to the actual system. You just have to pay a little bit of a fee along the way to actually make that process happen. And this looks likely the way that they may be going. Now, one way of doing it is to interact with a smart contract. You go to a website, you click on something and sign the transaction via NAMI or CC Vault. But doing it that way would exclude everyone else that has delegated with Daedalus, Yoroi, or ADA Lite, since those wallets can't actually interact with a smart contract yet. So they probably will have to go for a dedicated faucet system where you send ADA in and then they send your SundaeSwap tokens back. Now, if they were doing this every single epoch, every 5 days, it means you would have to send in a little bit of ADA and get your SundaeSwap tokens back that way. Some people that have delegated to our pool don't have that much ADA. In fact, they hold less than 10 or 15 ADA, some very small values, and they're after these SundaeSwap tokens. So for those people to do this every 5 days would mean that their balance of ADA would drop quite significantly to claim these tokens. And we don't know the values of these tokens. Is it worth more than ADA or not? We don't know. So that's a little bit unfair. But if they can delay the claim process so they can claim it after in one go, then that would be absolutely fantastic. There was talk about a 1 year period of time which you would have to claim your tokens. And I still hope that's the case because a lot of people don't have the ADA available to do that faucet system to send a little bit of ADA in and get your tokens back. Now, if you've never interacted with a faucet system before, here is how you can do it. So if you do have some spare ADA, you can play around with these systems and have a go and see what it looks like to own native tokens, other tokens in the Cardano ecosystem in your wallet. So if it's Daedalus, Yoroi, ADA Lite, CC Vault, or NAMI, this is how you do it so that you can see what it looks like to have a token in your wallet. So this first one here, I'll show you. This one here is called Hosky Tokens. So this is the premier meme coin on the Cardano blockchain. It's a Hosky, Charles Hoskinson, you get the idea. Now there's a couple of things that you can do. You can, one here, this whatever, it's a printer. You can click on that and you can actually buy yourself an NFT, a Hosky NFT. It's the cheapest NFT I've seen around. You can buy one for 6.9 ADA. The cheapest that you can buy a NFT from various systems that you make, it will cost you 6.5. So these guys are only making a tiny fraction of an ADA off this distribution because you do need the 0.2 or 0.17 ADA to actually send ADA back and forth. So 0.17 ADA to send to the faucet, and then the same amount to send back. So that's very cheap. It's the cheapest you can get to buy an NFT. The other thing they have here is the doggy bowl. So usually it's a faucet, like a tap drink faucet. Here they have the doggy bowl. So if you send exactly 2 ADA to this address, then they'll send 1.5 ADA back to you to cover the cost of the transaction and also a little bit of Hosky token. So I'm actually going to do this right now and I'll show you exactly how it works. So if you're using your on your mobile, you can scan that QR code and send your ADA to this particular address. But what I'll do is I'll just copy this address. I'll open up my CC Vault and I'll go send, type in the sending address, click on next and type in 2 ADA here. Now it does the fee calculation for me, so I have to send 2.167 ADA. I'll click on next, type in my sending password, and away it goes. So that will now send that ADA off to the faucet. The faucet will read and confirm that the ADA has come in. It will recognize the address where it's come in from and then send back the Hosky tokens and the leftover ADA back to my wallet. Now, back when Hosky token launched, I repeated this process over and over again until I got a billion Hosky tokens back. It took a long time. Don't do it. It was such a waste of time. But I'm a Hosky billionaire. That's the only token that I can say I have over a billion of, which is cool. It means nothing. It's worth nothing. It was just for fun. So it's a meme coin. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's a regular faucet. That's how it works. You can get to it at hosky.io. Now, the DripDropz system is quite interesting. DripDropz, I can't remember when it launched. It might have been about a month ago. But instead of sending one token back, they created this system where you could distribute multiple different tokens all through their system. So now all these projects are listing their tokens. Let me click on Explore. But all these projects are listing their tokens within DripDropz so that people can claim their tokens through their platform. And it's really cool. So they've got their own token there. And again, it's filled with a lot of meme coins at the moment as well. But there are some actual real projects in here. So if you're engaged with some of these projects, they're using this system to actually distribute their tokens at the moment. So ErgoPool, I'm not too sure about some of these, but I'll just flick through some. And if I recognize some, then I'll let you know. Bison Coin, inactive. Okay, that must be the old Bison Coin, so they can't do that. CNeta, this is wrapped Bitcoin, so that's an interesting project. So might want to look into that one. Hosky, you can get your Hosky tokens from here as well. So if you don't want to use the faucet, you can use DripDropz. Liquid Finance is a really good one, but you had to be one of the initial community members on the Discord to actually claim it. So unfortunately, most people can't. When that was released, the token jumped to 90 ADA per token. So it was quite a good project. And a lot of these other ones I haven't really heard of, but I think they're all mainly meme coins. Token is the token for the Token marketplace. So if you're buying NFTs, I believe they're going to use that to reduce fees or use that as the fee mechanism within their ecosystem. So if you're into that, check it out. Kaizen is an interesting one. I know he's doing something within his ecosystem and for his pool delegates, so might be something else to check out. But as you can see, there's a lot of tokens on here. There's a lot of projects on here as well, and we've got our own Learn token in there as well. So you can claim that, but you need to actually learn more and delegate to a particular stake pool to actually earn it. So if you delegate to ADAOZ, you can actually claim it. So if you're a regular and you're delegated, you can claim this one here. Okay, so if we go through the top, let's go through a claiming process so you can see how this works. So it might be how SundaeSwap be doing it, or they might be having a custom solution built around their distribution system. So it might be something around that. But let me just click on my NAMI wallet back in CC Vault and I'll click on receive. So this is my receiving address. My address, if you want to send me something, you can. So I'll just paste my address in here and click on check my drops. Now, depending on where I'm delegated to, so there's rules and all that, but depending on where I'm delegated to, I can actually claim certain tokens. Now I'm currently claimed to master stake, and these are all the tokens that I can actually claim by delegating to a particular pool. Now some tokens you just simply need to delegate on the Cardano network and you can claim all sorts of things. So I'm going to claim some drip tokens here. What else can I claim here? I'll claim some lobsters. Grow, I think that's from Grow Pool. Oh, hang on. Was it 2 Hosky tokens? Oh, lobster, Hosky, yep, cool. I'll claim some Sonetta. Stripper coin, why not? Stripper coin. We can always do some stripper coin. And maybe some token. There we go. So how many have I claimed? So I can claim up to 10 maximum within a transaction. So I've selected 7. So let's have a look at what else I can get. Bio token. Is this from Biopool? Maybe. Let's click on that one. So I need another 2. I don't know what to claim now. There we go. I'll claim some Hosky Inu and maybe one more. Let's go Cardano. Okay, so that's 10. So I agree with terms and conditions. Maybe you want to read them. And I'll click on claim. So claim my drops. Right. So this is a very similar process to the Hosky token claiming process, but it's a little bit more expensive. So I get a time period here of 6 hours where I need to send 5 ADA to this particular address here. So I'm going to copy that address. Now please note here. So they have a disclaimer here. Please note, send only 5 ADA. So there have been people that's been sending their entire wallet balance. So please be careful. Send only 5 ADA. Any other amount be considered as errors. It will be refunded in approximately 72 hours. They do go through checks and whatnot. So these are the transaction details. This is everything that I'll be getting through. And then we can see here, selected tokens, free, great, payment amount 5 ADA. Return to me is 3.137 ADA. So total cost is 1.8 ADA. So it's still very cheap. It's less than 2 ADA to claim all of these. Great. And there is a disclaimer here as well. So there's Cardano transaction fees, there's a processing fee, and then a DripDropz service fee. So the team do get a little bit of ADA through it. It's very fractional. It's very small. But anyway, I'm happy with what I've selected there. So let's go through the claim process. Copy the address, back to CC Vault, click on send. Next, go 5 ADA. And there's my transaction fee. Now go next, type in my sending password, sign the transaction, and there we go. So now I just have to wait for that particular transaction to go through. With the network congestion, it will take a little while, but that is how you go and claim various tokens within the Cardano ecosystem at the moment. And it is highly likely the SundaeSwap team will do something very similar to make sure it's fair and easy for everyone to be able to claim across multiple different wallets. Now, this is still a little bit of a costly process for some users, especially if you have very low ADA balances. So I'm really hoping that the accumulation of the 5 epochs is possible and that you can claim it right at the very end. Now, there are other projects that have gone through claiming processes like this. If you were on the MinSwap ISO or the Fair ISO system, you would have claimed that through their ISO dashboard as well. And then Meld, if you're delegating through their ISPO, they're actually doing that free airdrop. So any wallet that was delegated in their ecosystem for that 6-month period, they'll just be sending all of the Meld tokens directly to you. And I think that's fairly fair because you gave up a lot of ADA in regards to your rewards to actually get those Meld tokens, and it's just one transaction fee for them. It's going to clog up the network when they do it, but hey, it's I think a very fair way of going it. So we'll see, and I'll keep you updated in regards to how this drop is going to happen, in regards to how you're going to claim your Sundae tokens. We'll find out more details soon, but this is highly likely what it's going to be like. But if you haven't experienced any native token before in your wallet, highly recommend just jumping onto Hosky. It's worth nothing, or maybe even Hosky Inu or anything within the DripDropz system. There's plenty there to play around with, and then you can see them appear within your wallet and I don't know, provide liquidity, do whatever you want with them. That's it for me for this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.